Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-December 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right on down to business, my friends. We're going to start with a couple of oracle cards here just to test out the energy for the beautiful Taurus collective in mid-December. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for my beautiful Taurus friends here? And yeah, we're just going to look at these cards real quick, and then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end of the reading, we'll pull a bonus spread with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what type of shadow work you might want to lean into in this time. So there's much for you to think about and consider. Only take what hits, of course. You know how that goes with tarot, but let's jump in. What do we got for Taurus, please? Gods, talk to me. Yeah, so big action card right in the front to start us off, which is usually a good thing, even in the oracle. Strong feminine energy right there. Let's get one more out. Yeah, completely opposite energies. Interesting that they both look like they're at a sunset or a sunrise and sunset. So like we have that beginning end dichotomy going on. Before we really start breaking this down though, Taurus, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And for everybody else, I started a brand new Twitter page. If you would like to tweet some things at me, the handle is @KyleofCups. You already know what to do. But moving over into the reading here. As I was already referring to, you see that strong feminine lady, she's moving in a certain direction. The birds are moving in a certain direction. That ship is moving in a certain direction. So we see that big push for action, whether it's a wanting for it or something actually happening. Now might be a big time of change or something starting up here, which could be good. I like this. It could also speak about communication. Both of these cards have undertones of communication. This one looks like a sunrise to me. That's why I was saying that beginning end type of thing going on. This next card, not so action-based, am I right? This person looks like they're taking a little snooze, like they're taking a nap. The sun is setting here. So we have that yin-yang of balance going on, like we're action, inaction. Things might be a little stop and go in this time. But when I see this card, I always tell people to reflect on your dreams. You might be having interesting dreams in this time or be doing a lot of daydreaming. This isn't a bad card. And once again, the undertones of communication could be showing in the main spread itself. But let's get into tarot. As I always say, that doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little theme for us to look at. Sometimes it does link in perfectly, but we're going to get you 3 in the upright before we intuitively clarify. What's going on here, Taurus, please? Now, last week's reading was titled, They Have a Plan. There was a lot of strategy going on, if I remember correctly, like someone either planning their way towards the future, plotting. And it didn't necessarily feel like it was anything super nefarious. I mean, you would be the judge of that, but there was absolutely some sort of strategy happening in last week's reading. So I'm interested to see how that might be playing out or what energies could be present this week. Because as you know, energy's always changing and shifting from minute to minute. Okay, what do we have here? Ace of Pentacles. What a good way to start. Okay, now we still have a lot to go, but the Ace of Pentacles is really, really nice here. I like it in the first position. What do we got? Yeah, you're going to have to watch out for that. There might be some warnings in this spread already. That's what I'm seeing. We have the 7 of Swords taking up the center, Taurus. So you're going to have to keep your eyes open for sure. Okay, we got the Queen of Cups here on the back end. Interesting how this plays off of the 7 of Swords, and I'll give you my thoughts on that as we move along. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the juicier intuitive stuff. It looks like we're dealing with a bit of a mixed bag here this week, Taurus, because taking up the first position is the Ace of Pentacles. This is very, very good. Okay, this could be a golden opportunity coming in for you. I always say all aces are opportunities. This could be one of the monetary kind. So you really might have like your eyes on the prize, mind on your money, money on your mind. This could be something really good coming in. Now, obviously, opportunities don't stick around forever. It would be your decision if you're going to take these opportunities or something good. Like this just feels good to me. So you might be getting a little monetary increase as well. I don't really like this 7 of Swords right in the middle, because if you look down here in the box, he's kind of moving towards that pentacle. This is a card of sneakiness, the 7 of Swords. That's why I said there's warnings here. Okay, like I think of thievery, I think of sneakiness, I think of things that are in the shadows whenever I see the 7 of Swords. Of course, it can mean some other things, but it's not the most savory type of energy, so you might have to keep your eyes on individuals around you. Beware the company you keep. And I feel like that's a recurring thing I've been seeing for Taurus a while. Like, watch those around you for sure. But if you look how it plays off these other cards, like it's moving towards that Ace of Pentacles, it's moving away from that Queen of Cups. For some of you, this could be hidden feelings, like someone around you, because I'll explain the Queen of Cups real quick if it's not a water sign you're linked to. The Queen of Cups could be mother figures. The Queen of Cups is usually extremely emotional. This could be an individual that nurtures, loves, and cares, feels things strongly. The cup is always close to her vest. I say it every time. So whatever she's feeling, she's not quite saying. So with the card, the Seven of Swords, something in the shadows, this could be something you're feeling strongly but not saying. This could be somebody hiding feelings from you as well. The Seven of Swords in the middle is a caution for sure. So with all that being said, I want to dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. Let's put our lovely queen right here. We're going to shuffle it up one time here for you, my Taurus friends. Okay, and you know I'm not a doom and gloom reader, but that Seven of Swords is poking out like a sore thumb. So let's shuffle it up here. Spirit team, talk to me. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how the cards feel to me. So as always, feel free to do further research, rely on your knowledge of tarot, because all tarot readings are about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Ace of Pentacles, and as always, if you read tarot yourself or you know card meanings, that's why this box is here. You could just play along. If you're feeling any messages you want to share with your collective, feel free to drop it in the comments. I don't mind whatsoever. So why is this Ace of Pentacles here? We got this mixed bag reading. What's going on with this Ace of Pentacles for Taurus? Eight of Cups. And for some reason, the phrase, you win some, you lose some, or in order to gain, you must let go. Like, that's an odd feeling I'm catching here. Like, in order for you to grow, you might have to let go of something. Now, I just want to preface this. I don't just do these readings for romance alone. This could be work. It could be family things. But it's that win some, you lose some with the Eight of Cups in the upright under the Ace of Pentacles. It feels good to me still overall, because this could be action and movement towards this. So a lot of you still might have something really nice coming. You might have some monetary gain coming down the road towards you. It's an action-based card. But the intuitive message I was feeling mainly is like, you win some, you lose some. Like, you can't win them all. Sometimes if you want to gain something, you might have to let go of certain other things. And that's okay. You got to make room in your life for growth. Okay? We're going to move over to the Seven of Swords. I feel like that was a straightforward message. And I'm not going to complicate it. I mean, this could even be somebody like turning down an opportunity too. That's something that's like popping in my head before I get to the Seven of Swords. So this could be somebody like turning something down, turning something away. Let's see what's up with the Seven of Swords though. Why is this Seven of Swords here for Taurus, please? Really interested to clarify this and the Queen. So why is the Seven of Swords here? Thank you. What do we got? Yeah, we got the Five of Wands in the upright here under the Seven of Swords. And of course, any sort of sneakiness is going to cause that Five of Wands, pardon me, that Five of Wands energy. Now, I usually say this card could have some positives and negatives, but literally underneath this Seven of Swords, you got the card of these people beating the hell out of each other with sticks. So something might really come to a head. In this time, there is a big possibility for you to like really see somebody's sneakiness. I still am saying there is a warning here about the individuals around you. There is a warning about doing anything under the table or anything sneaky or dishonest here. Okay? And I'm not trying to come at anybody sideways, but it will be found out. Okay, if someone's trying to hide something from you, it will come to the surface and there will be some sort of boiling over or something coming to a head. Because air and fire, combustion. I say it every time. And that's been lingering around a lot of collectives. So this could be some sort of like explosive conflict or an explosive situation happening. So beware of that with the warnings for sure. But yeah, if there's anything under the table going on, it won't stay like that for long. That's what I'm saying. There might be some revelations coming in. We're going to move over to this Queen of Cups. Once again, I'm not going to stay on that message too much. It is what it is. Am I right? Obviously, not every single Taurus in the world is going to have some sort of crazy, like, life-altering moment where something's revealed. But for some of you, that's a possibility. I'll just say that. We're going to go in on this Queen of Cups, though. Why is she here? And we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow work. Okay. Yeah, we got the King of Wands in the upright, so a little more fire showing up, and it's an interesting elemental mix. I like it when we have a king and queen together, even if they're of a different suit. Now, that could be a fire sign you're linked with showing up there, but Once again, that yin-yang type of energy where you have that Queen of Cups who's quiet, not letting something out. Then we got the King of Wands who directs their energy where they want it to go. So that explosive type of vibe, or letting something boil over. Like, that's the main vibe. Because if you look at the fire of the King of Wands down here in the box, it's kind of like he's boiling that water. Like, it's giving me interesting vibes here, like intuitively. So I'm getting that emotional boil over. Like, this could be a warning once again about one's emotions. If you keep something trapped up too long, if you're holding something deep down within for too long, eventually that's going to boil over, just like this is showing us. Now, of course, this could just represent a couple people in your life, but that's the intuitive vibe it's making me feel. Like, there's a possibility for somebody's emotions to boil over, especially if we got what's going on in the middle comes to pass. It makes sense to me. But let's go through and do a quick recap here, Taurus, if you kindly look down in the box. And as always, if this reading doesn't hit for you, watch your ascendant, watch your moon sign, all those things. But right down here in position number 1, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups. That was giving me a lot of different messages. Sure, that could be an opportunity coming in for you. But the main thing it was making me feel is like, you win some, you lose some. If you want great things to come into your life, sometimes you have to prune certain things away. You need to make room for that abundance, which is okay. But moving to the center, the first warning, I feel like these two back ones are a little bit of warning shots. The Seven of Swords with the Five of Wands in the upright. Yeah, this could be something explosive happening. This could be something coming to light and causing some friction for sure. And it makes sense. Like, there's a possibility something's revealed to you. And yeah, you might lose your temper, or somebody could lose their temper. Beware. There's warnings here about any sort of things going on in the shadows, doing anything sneaky or betrayal, stuff like that. Try to wash your hands of that and keep that away if possible. But moving to the very back end here, aside from the explosiveness, we got the Queen of Cups with the King of Wands clarifying. That flame, boiling those emotions is what I was feeling. So possible an emotional boil over. So we have an emotional warning as well. Multiple things going on here. But yeah, that could just be a fire sign, water sign you're dealing with. But yeah, beware. There's some things going on here that you might just let loose emotionally, just let something flow. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into them further. We're going to get into the shadow work real quick. And it kind of feels like we're looking at some shadows right there, but it's all good. We're going to use this Shadowland Tarot, see what shadows you might want to lean into in this time, beautiful Taurus friends. And yes, as I've been telling every other sign, this deck is interesting. It's illustrated in a dark way, which causes us to look at the darker sides, the darker aspects of the cards. So that's exactly what we're going to go ahead and do here. And you know I'm an optimistic reader. I try my best not to be doom and gloom or super negative. But when we're doing shadow work, which tarot is a very good tool for, that's kind of what we're supposed to do. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what shadows Taurus should be looking at in this time, please. What shadows should Taurus be looking at? Interesting stuff this week, my friends. Okay, we got the Strength card. That showed up in another Earth sign shadow as well. Possibly Virgo. I don't quite remember at the moment. Let's get two more. Wow, quick. Okay, we got the High Priestess in the shadows, going within, going with that gut feeling. Double major arcana in the shadows, and these are big, okay? Big in different ways. Okay, yeah, we got the Nine of Swords, the stressing. Yeah, there might be someone around you really going through it, stressing something out. Now, let's get into these, and once again, I'm going to be looking at the darker sides of these energies. The Strength card, that could be a Leo that's maybe left a scar on you that you might still be holding on to. If that's not the case, we do think of possibly giving up on things sometimes, or not seeing something through. When I look at the negative of this card, sometimes that could be good or bad, but a big thing with this Strength card is trying to force something. So in the coming days and weeks, you're going to want to try your best not to force anything. If it doesn't flow, it doesn't go. And that's something I try my best to live by as well. So that's how I feel about the Strength card showing up in the shadows. As we move over, we have the High Priestess taking up the center, the beautiful matron energy of psychics, intuitives, tarot readers, all the spooky things we like. And it is water sign energy. Some people say Pisces or Cancer. But when I see her, I think about one's intuition. There may have been times in the past where you haven't gone with your gut, where you've felt something deep down on the inside, or maybe felt like you should do something and you ignored it. And that could be to your detriment. That could be something you regret when she shows up in the shadows. But also, she's usually a very strong feminine figure, but a quiet one. So if you are dissatisfied about something, Don't just sit there and be quiet and hold it in. Express it, kind of like we saw in the spread itself. Now, moving to the very back end, we got the Nine of Swords. And I just want to say this for a small portion of you, if you're still sticking around and watching this reading, this is a big card of the paranormal. A lot of you might be plagued by paranormal situations quite a bit, but this is a card of nervousness and sleep. So if you're having a lot of nightmares, you might need a really good energetic cleansing. If you're having a tough time sleeping, you might need a really thorough energetic cleansing. But this card is all about anxiety and nervousness. So if that is something you suffer from, you might want to get down to the roots of that. And Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. For the December subscriber surprise, I'm switching it up a little bit. It's going to be winner's choice. So I will be picking 3 lucky subscribers to have their choice of either a copy of the Tarot of Dreams or a free personal reading with myself. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are at this point. And second, let me know down in the comments, when you're watching or doing a reading, what card makes you happy when you see it come out. Could be any card. And at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab as usual, my friends. Much love to you, and I'll see you next time.